I hate this game so much. After trial is over, I'm never playing Phoenix Wright ever again. None of them ever again. Who saw him, though? Ah, shit. Fuck it, I'm dead anyway, so whatever. Yeah. So, what do you think? Witness. Is it a killer? Oh, I'm sorry. I went to visit the water closet for a second. Huh? Mr. Attorney, I think it's time I stated it in terms even you can comprehend. If you ask me any more of these pointless questions, there'll be no mercy. Enough this question. Guard. Wait, I thought it was gonna be not guilty. But seriously, after this is over, there. So you're saying that you never saw your client's face? Not even once? I did. Once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine. Yes, I see. But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time. Oh, that's what I was thinking of. God damn it. A mask? The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing. Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? No objections. Pull something out of what he said, but it would be real bad if I did something and made him mad over something trivial. Pretty much reached the end of our run here. Huh? Seems like we're still okay to me. And that's exactly what is so bad. At the rate we're going, we'll end up completely destroying the killer's lie. If you do that, you already know how serious of a situation this will put us in. Oh yeah. Now let's pray these items reach us in time. Okay, let's try this. See what happens. One thing does sort of stick out at me, Your Honor. No, fine, well, figure it out. Witness, I think you most definitely saw your client's face. Let's recall Mr. Powers' testimony. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. You received quite a large roll of cash from Mr. Ungard. At the time, he was not wearing his Nickel Samurai mask. Oh! Order, order! Yes, now that you mention it, I do remember that. Witness. It wasn't even those two that saw him, it was the other guy. Yes, that night I did wander the floor as a bellboy. I received plenty of tips that night for carrying juice to the various rooms. Is that so wrong? Huh? But the man who gave me that tip was not my client. He is probably just a very generous person. I'm sorry, but sadly we are not nearly so generous here. If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I be standing around here prosecuting? Oh, the deja vu. And isn't his salary more than enough for one man? And where's your evidence that the large roll of cash was not in fact a tip? Come, Mr. Edgeworth, show me the money. What? Mr. Attorney. Yes? You know, I think your line of questioning has been a little strange. In fact, I would say you don't seem to believe Miss Andrews is my client. Oh, no, it's not like that at all. I just think lies aren't a good thing, you know? Oh, I know and agree. Lies are not a good thing at all. I think we are on the same page now, aren't we, Mr. Attorney? Remember, if I feel threatened in any way, I am free to cut contact at any time. I'm sorry, please forgive my foolishness. If only you were this apologetic all the time. Anyway, I do not see a huge contradiction here. Therefore, you may continue witness. So I don't know what to do. Fine, whatever. He told them if they tracked it, he would cut off the contact immediately. Press what? I'm completely disenfranchised right now. I'm just so annoyed. Talk about this one right here. I already pressed this one. Ugh. We already pressed it big time and I can't do anything. We already did this. Oh, we didn't press it further. Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, we pressed it further, and... yeah, he just goes forward, bear figurine. Yeah, and then... Contradiction, blah, blah, blah. What, to show the bear? How is this the fucking answer? Seriously, how the fuck is this the answer? If you'd really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside of it. I hate this game so much. It's fucking right, and I hate this game so fucking much. This item... I see where you're going. Not really, no. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Ms. Andrews' testimony. I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Order, order, order! So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... it means, Your Honor, that it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh. Order, order, order! Is Phoenix right? I'm sure I mentioned this before. Hey, Harmless, thank you so much for that raid. You get to watch me be upset at Phoenix Wright. How you doing? How was your stream? How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's enough. If that's your intention, then there's only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please. Not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... What is that? Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I don't understand this witness's outburst just now. You think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution... What has come over everyone? Even you are. The prosecution... Rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. The prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that's the case, then, even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is... Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If I had the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt Ungard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Ms. Andrews would be charged with murder. The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Ungard, to the stand. The answer to Killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You've done enough evil to drive women to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Ha! So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Ungard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? You better get a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Ms. Andrews will be charged as the murderer. If I say he's guilty or not guilty, either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Ungard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't counter the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ungard, is... We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Ungard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Ungard is...
Objection!
Franziska von Karma? Harmless. What are you doing here? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly the way you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. God damn it. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. God damn. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there's nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. I request that Ms. Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Ms. Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are likely items left by the killer during his escape from the police. It must have been quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That's all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? I'm pretty sure there was no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. And the second piece of evidence is this videotape. The killer took that from Ungar Mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would speculate this tape is very important. Sure. Not that it's gonna fucking matter, but sure. Are you serious, Thomas? Oh no. I'm so upset right now. Oh my god. Ugh. Would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. Little of both. I, honest to God, don't think I'm going to continue Phoenix Wright from this point forward. I really don't. It's so... Let's see, is this bellboy's uniform? Is that a uniform for the Getwater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. A button? That's a very unique button, but I'm sure if we were to recover it, it provides us with an interesting clue. Special buttons is missing. Okay. That's all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix? I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. You have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are two ways out of this situation for us. Two? The first. Make and guard which from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Vanguard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible! The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Vanguard. If the killer were to no longer think of Vanguard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Yeah, that's even more impossible! He's man who values his duty towards his clients above all else! I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. They are! I don't even know where to fucking begin. Truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. He's just shown he's not accepting them. Phoenix? Think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean, to turn things around? Harmless. Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we've come to know the truth. But there's one person who's yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. Correct. Now then, I'll pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I've already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying that it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show that evidence to... that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. Well, one chance? Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember. Everything that has happened up to this point. See, that's my problem. I play these over stretches of time, and I forget every fucking detail. Taking Vanguard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence that you would like to show this person. Oh, no, see, I fucking give up. Cause that's the only person to show. Whatever. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm fucking done. How is it not the person? Yes. The killer or... What? Or fucking Matt. Fucking gun, whatever. What do you... They're both impossible. I hate this so much. How is Matt not the choice? Seriously, how is Matt not the fucking choice? Oh my god. Neither of them are. That he took one of the buttons so he could frame the killer if things turn back on him. I get that now. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Ms. Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, so... I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you are talking about anymore. Wait! Please, one more chance! That's not true. There, we're done. That is all. This court is adjourned. Just like that, the case ended. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. Never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. I hate this so much. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. The end. Alright. We're finally done. That is it. Thank God. Alright. Thanks for joining me, everybody. We're done. Oh no, my turtle. Emo ending. I don't know what evidence. I don't know what the fuck to put or any of that stuff, so I'm not even gonna bother trying. There's no point. It's just gonna frustrate me more and more and make me look like more and more of an idiot. Poor little tangle. I did. None of it makes any goddamn sense. What the fuck? So, who recorded whom? Did the killer record it for Matt, or did Matt just record it just for the hell of it? Whatever. Even if this is right, it's not gonna make me feel any better. Oh, shit. He said something. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It's found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was certainly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you were on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden in the crime scene. But if he's been following the trial, he would already know about this. See, this is why I hate this game! He is following it enough to know what was going on, but not enough to know that they were talking about the video cameras for a good chunk of the trial. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Madigan film the crime scene? The reason why he did is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the scene. They... Oh god, it could be either one of these. Didn't trust your skills? Wanted to blackmail on you? Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. See, I don't remember any of this. And weakly, I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I could keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. But this doesn't make any sense to me, because the killer wants to be known as the killer. He leaves his calling card. Oh wait, or it's because it showed his face. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? No! It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That's the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us once that numerous times during your testimony, you said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn his case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you, your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened. Gah! Ms. Valkama, where did that... She always has you in her sights. And now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Mr. Ungar, It looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me! Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Fuck Matt! Congratulations, Mr. Matt on guard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor, as always, the defense pleads not guilty. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Matt on guard. Hold it! Please wait. What's the matter? If I get not guilty, I'll be killed. I'm no! Guilty. Jesus Christ. That's how he got the scratches. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard? I've left Mrs. Von Cobb in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. So it is harsh. She is in on this. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I've felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like we've resolved everything at last. As myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Shu died 2 weeks later. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that, to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Shu did nothing. Exactly! And no one was there to take care of him.
Yes, I understand now.
I'm feeling aggressive right now at this game.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's see what's this matter.
Is he guilty, or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then, and your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Right. Edgeworth.
I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really? Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Ah, Mystic Maya's safe! You did it, you really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow! She punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier. Thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I'd lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. But I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who's ashamed himself of defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold in everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. We will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you.
The truth?
Yes. Well, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you know that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. Thank you, Brain Ticks. That's probably the only thing going good for me. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool. Miss Von Karma?
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who's destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Frizz just got through something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Ah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay.
Nick!
Maya!
Mystic Maya! Missing Maya!
Ha 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 ha! Why is she, like, feeling up his peck?
Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. God, she missed Nick's dick. Well, we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Yeah, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
She's just hungry. Don't mention it. She's just sizing him up to eat him. Maya?
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're all right.
Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
Heh. All right. I think it's time we go out of this. Got out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick. Food. Grub, chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry. Even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
Okay, that's what she was feeling of, was the burger. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib, at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick. Food!
His buttocks are... God. Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole, of all things. Telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him?
You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks.
Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, you might just kick it. Tonight, even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now, everyone gather around. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Huh, me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Ah, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things to kill his hideout, I was sure it took 4 things in total, sir.
What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item?
Oh, come on, y'all. It's over. But whoo, boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
You should have waited for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So I keep my mind off the things. I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's all right. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Uncommon's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, It's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, there's a fourth item, apparently. I'm afraid it's about time to excuse myself. For me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just wanted to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give to express how I feel. Give him the fucking bear. The whip. Do I give him the, like, what do I give him? God damn it. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you, too. You. And her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya? Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. But, Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway. Yeah. So who's paying me for this lovely dinner?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh? Yeah. I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill.
Huh? Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? I just bought myself this good old beauty. It cost me... It better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Huh? Isn't it just great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick?
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
You don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out.
This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Come on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
All right then, if you say so. Objection! What was the fourth item, though? Oh, I got there. We finished the second game by the skin of my teeth.
You really came through for me, Nick. I'd hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
Oh, Jesus Christ, how'd that fucking happen?
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya and Mr. Nick. I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well, pal, looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. And he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it! Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal! He's ruined Edgeworth. Yeah, like this kind of game, I have to play consecutively. I have to. Doing it like weeks apart just fucks me up.
I'm Maggie Bird. I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
I don't even remember who the fuck that was. God damn. Nice retro. Oh, thank you, healthcare. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? I'm Dr. Harty. Yo. Recently. Yes. That girl, you know. I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I even laid so much as an eye on her, it would go crack.
It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes. Ho ho ho.
First case. I don't remember it at all. Good God. Her boyfriend got massacred? Wait, who is the What? It's time to begin our quest to world circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious. I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey, Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
Tossed off a cliff? There are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at most jokes. I remember that case. God, tossed off the cliff? What? I'm ready. I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Miss Mo Curls, represent.
You got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it.
Wait, which case are you guys talking about? Jesus Christ. I don't remember that.
What's this? God, it's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on a stand. I can't believe this. Really, how long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must be a deep hidden meaning. But, why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and the tribute to royalty, and the minute I was about it, they're gonna feel pain in my heels. Yes, they're gonna feel the burn. And speaking of burn, playing with fire is very dangerous because of that. There are these warehouses where they store the scenery and burn right down because of...
Fuck. I can't remember the last time I played. Shit. Tossed off a cliff?
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
Retro. I'm amnesia. Jesus Christ. I do too much, I think. I think my brain is starting to melt. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you'd like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May you both be blessed with longevity. Oh God. I don't want this memory. Oh, that's just... Jesus Christ. It's not a mediocre game, it's just sometimes the logic really throws me for a loop. Where are you going, Francisco? How'd you know I was here? With this. That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
I ran off with things from the killer's hideout. I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? Marion. That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Franziska. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. No, the killer never went to jail, just our client.
I expected to win no matter what, and failure. Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit, you'll walk down the prosecutor's path. Then, this is where we part ways, Francisco von Karma. I am Francisco von Karma. I don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Yeah, Retro. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Who? Oh, is it say Nick? What new game? What new game are you talking about? Oh, because I was playing this. Oh, okay, we finally finished the second of the trilogy.